most of the stories that you hear about seem the supernatural being or whatever usually comes from the Civil War time period or right around that period through the late 19th century. But they're still reported by people that have been serving here in the Guard or whatever from the 1950s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, and they see them.
July 10th, 1826 is basically when the troops came here first. Stephen Watts Kearny was the commander of the group that came. They would have stopped in what's now Sylvan Springs Park, where the creek was, and that's when the post was established. And the area was referred to as vide poche, which means empty pockets. It's where the poorest of the poor French people that lived in this area would have stayed.
And what was the purpose of the post?
We had Fort Bellefontaine. It was established in 1805. And by 1826, it was just a little small.
And it worked well for everybody. They got this land, all sorts of timber, good water. You wouldn't say that about the Mississippi maybe today, but back then it was nice water. And it gave the village a place to sell their extra produce and employment. So it worked well for everybody. And then it became an country's first infantry school of practice, boot camp.
So moving to ghosts and paranormal and things like that, do we have any indication that while it was an operating barracks, that there were any stories during the 1800s, 1900s, or is this more of a modern thing where people like us in this age will say, oh, we see things, we hear things, or were there stories all the way through?
There were stories all the way through.
Tell me about it.
I mean, you go up and get to the Civil War time period, and up at the Powder Magazine Museum, which was a powder magazine built in 1856, and the story goes that there was a man serving up there as a guard, and he is to walk the exterior of that building and make sure it's secure. And they say that there were Confederates across the river, and they crossed the river, he got shot, and he has continued to walk his post to do his duty ever since. And from the end of the Civil War up through World War II, they say if you go up there on certain nights, you can see him still walking his post, trying to do his duty. And if you look very close, he has a hole right in the middle of his forehead, and that the blood's coming down across his face. During World War II, at the beginning, this was the Army Air Corps' first basic training center, and that they would send recruits up there to walk the exterior of the building. And they would run across this Civil War soldier that was still doing his duty, walking his post. And he scared the you-know-what out of a lot of them. They said several of them just threw down their guns, ran off, and they never saw him again. They were AWOL.
Of the rooms, of the buildings I slept in, the creepiest was the Powder Magazine, because you have mannequins in there and you're moving your head and their heads seem to move. And it's like, was he holding that sword before? That was probably the creepiest.
This is the building that's built to collapse, right?
Yeah.
Yes, powder magazines are designed, the interior ceiling is designed to fail. And the German POWs folded uniforms in this building. Of any of them to be in by yourself, to me, this would be the creepiest in a way, just because you swear the mannequins are moving and looking at you.
So tell us the history one more time.
This was the second powder magazine built, 1857. The military criticized it, saying it wasn't, that this one was more attractive than the other one, and said this is the perfect one, but the ceiling caved in on this one, not the other one.
Right then, we're going to walk out and Rich is going to stay.
Am I allowed to have my flashlight on?
So do a little time without it if you can.
Yeah.
And I don't
my
mind-
phone's dying anyway.
And I don't mind if you walk around, but at least spend a little time just being with it.
Yeah. I'll probably start back here.
Okay.
I'm scared already.
Yeah, all right. If you're sure you don't want mine.
I'm fine.
All right.
just listening to the door creak as my friends leave, and the only light in here is the exit sign. And Dave told me not to use my flashlight if I could help it, so I'm going to start out just in the extreme dark. Okay, so I'm standing at the very back of the Powder magazine. I think that's what it's called, the Powder magazine. To my left, if I'm standing at the back looking at the entrance, I can see the red exit sign and I have some light. To my right, I cannot see anything because there's like a wall down the middle. Okay, I scooted my way over to the right and I can see a little bit. There's a little bit of a red light reflection over here, so I'm gonna try. This is so scary. That was so weird. My phone lit up, but I didn't have any notifications and it was in my back pocket. That's really weird. What is that? What is that? Okay. A light keeps coming on. It's not my phone. It's probably nothing, but it keeps... Okay, focus on something else, Rach. Walking down the right-hand side, the light just came on again. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that light is. It's on again. It's coming on right above a display, so hopefully it's just like, I'm so disoriented. Okay. I'm putting that light out of my mind. Oh my God. I feel like I just saw something move in front of me. My mission is to walk down the right side of the gap. Oh my God. Okay. My mission is to... Okay, turning on the flashlight. I know that... I hear like... I'm standing at a display right now. Let me see what the display is. It's from World War I. And I'm sure it's just my foot hitting the ground. I don't know if you guys can hear that. The glass is rattling in the display when I walk by. It scared me so bad. Sorry, Dave, I could not make it without my flashlight. This was getting weird. I want to be able to narrate for people, and I was just getting too freaked out to talk. Okay. Did you guys hear that? Thump in the back of the room? Okay. I really want to turn off my flashlight because I want to like do this properly, but that's not happening. I have 9% battery. I have actually been, I'm notoriously stupid and don't charge my phone all day, and forgot to charge my phone before the, that's not the building settling. That's like pounding on the ceiling or on the wall, or like a thump or someone walking. And there's mannequins in uniforms everywhere, and you don't know where they are, so you round a corner, and it's super scary. I'm gonna be quiet and try to hear another. JD is totally right. These mannequins are messed up. I'm looking at this guy on the left side of the gallery, and he has eyes. Why did you make his eyes so realistic? Walking towards the back again. I heard another bang. The only thing it's the door. The only thing that's keeping me calm is thinking that that's like Andrew messing with me. I really hope that sound is being picked up on mic. I really want to turn my flashlight off again for the sake of the show, but for the sake of my own peace of mind, it's not going off. My eyes were playing so many tricks on me. So I'm back to where I started at the very back, and I'm gonna turn off my flashlight and I'm gonna walk. And then I'm going outside. Okay. 3, 2, 1, flashlight off. It's so dark. Up ahead I see another exit sign. I'm like, I just walked into something. I'm cringing my way down the length of the building. These mannequins in the dark are not cool. Okay, I don't know if I can make it. I just turned my light back on. I made it like halfway. It's just too creepy. Bye.
So you're hearing things?
Yeah, I kept hearing like thumps and like, it was almost like the room was like, I don't want to say the room was shaking, but it was like more than anything else. Like, does that make sense? But it was super creepy. I mean, JD, you're totally right. Those mannequins, no. Like, I tried to make it down the whole length with my flashlight off, and it was just too weird. Like, if you could see their profile, it was like it felt like a person watching you. And their eyes seemed like, there were several times where, like, especially me, I've been in here one other time in my life. You don't know where all these mannequins are, so then you catch their eye, and it's so creepy. It's like they're staring at you, or it's like their eyes moved or something. That was not fun.
How about the two of you gentlemen? What have you experienced, if anything, since you guys have been here? Spooky stuff, paranormal stuff.
Well, I was out back. I don't know if I should say this really, because we were telling ghost stories, which we do every year, but we were done. And the only light came from these candle lanterns that we put out. And when everybody's gone, it's pretty dark. And we were just kind of sitting there talking, 3 or 4 of us, and somebody came walking down the hill back there, and started walking along the path that comes up here. And I tried very nicely to say, you know, that's kind of dangerous. It's dark, you can't see where you're going, and if you fall, I said, I'm gonna have to fill out all sorts of paperwork. So, you know, please be careful and maybe rethink what you're doing. And no reply. Now he's walking probably 20 feet from where I am, and you notice that he's not really walking. He's kind of floating above the stones. And he just kept going, and he got just past the side of the building, and there used to be a door over there, but it hasn't been there since I've been here. And he just kind of made a right-hand turn and went right into the building.
How well could you see him? Could you
Oh,
describe
I could
him?
see him as well as I can see the young ladies back there.
What did that do to you?
Well, I just sat there and I went, whoa, this is a little scary. And I walked over then, well, all of us did, and there was nothing there.
Yeah.
But we all saw it.
Wow, wow. When we were out here a few weeks ago and you showed us this, we've been calling it the tomb, just like a cave, and it had an iron gate to it, and you said this thing hasn't been open for years and years.
The gate's heavy. The whole door frame's shifting. The hinges are frozen with rust.
All right, guys, so we're just going to call it the root cellar. This is where JD, a family, lived here, and they would keep their vegetables.
This is where they
and-
stored their fruits, vegetables.
And what about, like, here? What do we know? Just the
Well, we
surrounding
know
area.
that the wall extended here at some point. We can tell by this kind of tuck pointing, this ribbon joint, that around the 1920s or 30s it was tuck pointed. It may have been built earlier. We also know that there's stone underneath there. You can see some on the sides that are creating a channel. And right over there are steps that came in there. So we know that there's kind of an oriented accent way.
And this has been
If you
closed
be
for decades.
careful about here.
correct?
Yes. The silt matter is this deep.
Okay.
This is how much
You dug
leaf
out.
clutter and stuff has dropped in over time, and this is what I dug out just
Okay.
the other day. It's going to be a little tight because the door can't open all the way.
Okay.
Now the structure is very similar to something you could see almost in ancient Rome, where you have a heavy stone basin that's rectangular on the bottom, and then you have a barrel brick vault on top.
This is way bigger than I thought it was gonna be.
Is that a ball range?
It's like a,
A little rubber ball.
oh, I thought it was like a thing from a tree.
So would the hole just to be to let air in?
Ventilation.
Okay, ventilation.
Yeah.
Mark,
This
come on
rounded
in.
section of the vault is the haunch.
Yeah, sir, go ahead.
Oh, I don't want to go in.
He's been in there. He was creeped out already earlier. But one of the things that I kind of really love about it is you date, archaeology is dates in all kinds of different times, but you can see on the wall here, AC/DC and poison. So at least,
great.
at least we know how
Yeah.
South St. Louis was rocking, you know?
That's great. Well, the thing is, you know, that whatever it was used for, practically, it's been used for so many things
Oh, yeah.
other than that. You know, who knows what's happened in there. We are walking Andrew down to the root cellar.
Uh huh.
I cannot describe how creepy it is. It's just
Right over here.
woods with a tiny path.
All right.
So do me a favor and try to not use the light of your phone at all.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll see what I can do. All right. Into the breach. So there's a big hole. All right. I'm in a dungeon. I'm in a little dungeon. I don't care for this one bit. Nope. I don't like it at all. Don't care for the sounds of the woods. Care for the sound of my own voice. And I don't care for whatever I keep hearing over here. Nope, don't like that. Okay, what was that? I think rocks might be falling from the walls. That seems safe. That seems super safe. All right. Okay. Oh boy. Oh. Okay, there's somebody out there. Somebody, something. They call it a root cellar. I don't know what kind of root. Jesus Christ, what is that? It's okay. Alright, my friends aren't far. But I don't think I can open this gate by myself. It took JD's a bigger guy than me, and he had to try as hard as he could to open it. Oh, fucking Jesus. Christ. Okay. Okay, what do I keep hearing over here now? So preoccupied with what's in front, I'm not paying attention to what's behind. Something tells me as if I needed it, it wouldn't help much. Oh boy. Well, something out here's got a bell. That's fun. Don't recall seeing any bells, so that's a new one. That's a new one. Oh, I was hoping they weren't gonna put me in the root cellar, but here we go. Okay. Alright. Nope. I can't get this gate open. Oh, my own. Jesus.
It didn't take long.
How long was I down there?
You were down there for a while.
Okay, yeah. It's like I thought I was down there for.
Out of breath.
Yeah, I am out of breath.
Are you exercising?
No, I was crying here. It was very bad down there.
And there are stories about the cemetery, of course. And
Yeah, tell me those.
in the early 1900s, they didn't take care of the cemeteries the way. Jefferson Barracks has been a national cemetery since 1866, but they didn't always take care of it like they do today. And the new cemetery director came in about 1904-05, and it was in pretty bad shape. So he went back and was clearing the old post cemetery section, which was completely overgrown. And they came across some headstones of young girls that had been buried there. And one night, the story goes, that they were working late and it got dark, and they saw floating amongst the other headstones these two young girls. And the speculation was that they'd been buried and forgotten because nobody could find out who they belonged to, and they were out looking to try and find somebody that was their mother, father, whoever, so that they had a place to belong.
But essentially, it's been pretty much abandoned as just dry storage. It was used for a variety of different uses throughout the World War time period, and then even after. At one point, it was where the Parks Department maintained their vehicles. And so there was staff there. After that, it was abandoned, mainly just storage.
Okay, you can get out.
And the manhole's covered.
It is covered. It was covered earlier. I can't imagine anybody.
Oh, good. Why am I doing this?
Underneath that particular building, if we open up a manhole, there's a 50 or 60 drop into this large cavern that you can look at.
That happened.
If that light comes on, I'm screaming.
All right, so Trish and I are in one of the powder magazines. And this place is pretty much abandoned at this point.
Oh my God. This is where the tunnels are underneath, he said.
Yeah.
I can't see shit. There's a manhole somewhere.
The what? Oh, there's the
Manhole.
manhole.
Oh, there it is. Ugh. Oh yeah, watch that big thing in the middle too. Oh, that light just came on. That freaking light just came on. That's the same one that came on last time, and he said it didn't come on. Oh my god. He said he came down here today and that light did not come on.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Does that not scare you?
Yeah, he said that the maintenance guys didn't even think it was on a motion detector.
We weren't even anywhere near it.
No, we weren't, were we?
Huh?
We weren't.
I know. We were at the first half of the building. He said he came down here earlier and that light did not come on.
Go in there.
I'm gonna pee in my pants. Ugh.
Just feels weird, doesn't it?
I don't like it. I don't like that thing. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. What is it?
Yeah, me.
I feel like dead bodies are buried in here.
I'm not kidding. I swear I heard something.
What?
I'm not kidding. I swear I heard something.
Down there?
Yes. Oh my god, look at that. Jesus Christ. I don't like it. I don't either. Can you see? Look down there in the corner.
I think I'm gonna fall in.
Did you hear it hit?
I would not be a good ghost hunter. I would run and scream before I even got anything on camera. That's what I heard, that right there, but
That light
it wasn't
came on.
you. That light came on.
First thing before we were even close to it.
Do you want me to go see if I can get it to stay off?
Well, you're gonna need to go close the manhole cover, play open it.
Okay.
We were not even by that light.
Yeah. I didn't know it was a motion.
So that light came on like right when we were like right here. And it did the last time. And he said he came in today and it didn't come on.
So how far have people been?
Yeah, we had people drop down it. And he went quite a distance that way until he said it just got too small.
Yeah.
And then he went that way. And it's bigger. And there was like an old pair of pants, a pair of boots. You try flipping this the whole thing off? I can't get any of those even moved. I am not good enough with electricity to know if I want to mess with that, but that's not connected. What the hell? Can that pull down? Oh, that did it. Okay, now
Watch out for this
now it's officially
manhole,
dark.
everyone.
So you want to try it again with the lights off now?
Yes, we can.
And there's a room back here too. It's really creepy to get back into.
Okay, yeah. Trish, let's go back here and then we'll.
No, he said, I saw it.
Yeah, this is creepy.
Wait, let me just. Okay. Just hold up just your shorts.
This is like dark.
I know.
Okay, let's go back out there and see if the light.
Oh, we're facing a wall.
That's not the way I thought we were facing. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Yeah, the light had already come on last time.
What was that?
I don't know. This is one of the weirder moments in my life. This is one of the weirder moments in my life. Isn't it like a dream? It's so fucking weird. Do you see that? It's like something's lit up. Like 20 feet ahead on the right. Do you see that? Might be my eyes just
Are those
playing
the
tricks.
windows?
No, like closer than that.
I don't know. There's like a fucking bug or something. Or somebody just touched me. Oh!
Oh shit.
What? Oh God, I just ran into something. Okay. Oh my God. I don't like that place.
I think that's Trish more than me.
Thanks.
It was so weird. Like, I think it was just the dark playing tricks, but it was like, literally couldn't see her hand. But I could see like a white light, like mist. And then she said, something just touched me.